Hi, welcome to Conversion Express, where in 15 minutes or less, you're going to get bite-sized, simple, and doable website strategies to get more leads from your website. And today's topic, if my pointer will work, we're going to talk about common homepage headline mistakes and how to fix them. This is part one of this tutorial. So I want to remind you that the main goal of headlines is to keep the reader reading. They're going to read a headline. You know what it's like. You're looking at a newspaper, magazine, you read the headline, and the headline either interests you or it doesn't. So we want your headlines on your website to grab their attention so they'll keep reading. And your headline on your homepage, we're specifically talking about homepage headlines, is it needs to answer certain questions for your visitor. One is, who is it that you help? And we're talking that in two ways. We're talking about who your ideal market is, plus the biggest problem that that market has, or the biggest transformation that they're seeking. Okay. And this also needs to be something that you can help them with, right? They also are asking in their mind that you need to answer is, how are you going to help them? And what service is it that you offer? Is it through, I don't know, dental services? Is it through yoga? Is it through business coaching? And the third question your homepage headline should answer is, why should they care, right? People are thinking, what's in it for me? So let's let them know what's in it for them. Okay. So I've taken, this is a website that I worked on, Connection Yoga Therapy. And their original homepage headline just said this: Welcome to Connection Yoga Therapy. And if we go back and look at, is it answering those three questions, we find out that it's not addressing who it is that they help or why should they care. All we know is how it is that they help them is with yoga therapy. But if we really want to keep them reading and identifying that, yes, this is for me, we need to answer all three questions. So this is what we changed it to. And we added a subheading, as you can tell, a heading and a subheading, and that's not a bad idea. So the heading is move better with less to no pain medication. Subheading, yoga therapy for the aged or injured who have chronic pain and haven't received relief through traditional therapies. So right away, we know, who do they help? Anyone who has chronic pain, that they're older and they've been injured. How do they help them? Yoga therapy. Why should they care? They should care because they are interested in moving better. They want to have less pain. They want to have no pain, preferably, and maybe even come off their medications. And they are the kind of people that have tried traditional routes and they haven't worked for them. And so they're willing to try yoga therapy. So we have answered the three questions, and it makes it much more compelling now, especially because the people coming to this will be able to tell whether or not this is for them. So we're going to get now into, now that we've got a foundation of three questions that your homepage header or headline should answer. I'm going to show you, there's many common problems that I see with website headlines, but I'm just going to cover three today. And the first one is when it's mysterious or unclear. So this was a headline I saw for a wealth management business, and this is all it said: your legacy is our business. And if you just saw this headline, you could interpret that in so many ways, and you don't even know what it is that they're offering, who they are, nothing, right? So it doesn't answer any of the three questions. It's just very mysterious and it's very unclear, and that is not good enough to get people to continue reading, unless this is maybe a mystery novel or something. So what about if we change the headline to something like this? Stop wondering if you made a mistake. Wealth and asset management services to affluent individuals, families, and institutions across Canada and the US, where 4 out of 5 clients are referrals. Now, I got all of that information, especially the subheader there, came right off their website. And So this does a few things. First of all, we definitely know who that they're targeting are affluent individuals, families, and institutions. And we know the two countries that they work out of. We also know the services that they provide. And we have tied in we've given social proof by pointing out and bolding that 4 out of 5 of their clients are referrals. So that's an amazing social proof. It means that people really, really like what they've done for them and are willing to pass along their name. And stop wondering if you made a mistake. I think this is a common worry and problem that people who are looking for these kind of services would have in their mind, that they're worried, have I made a mistake joining, having this person handle my money and my investments and all that stuff. And we're just going to put their mind at ease. But we supported that statement by putting in 4 out of 5 clients are referrals. Okay, so here's one example of mistake number 1. Here's mistake number 2, where the headline is so clever, it goes over my head, right? I'm going to show you one that is a clever. So this is Precision Music Studio, and their headline just said, "Precision is key." And you can tell right away, I know why they put it in, because the name of the business is Precision Music Studio, and key, if you're a musician or have any knowledge about music, you know that, especially in piano or things like that. Anyway, key is an important word when it comes to music. What key are you in, and what key are you playing on the piano and stuff like that. So it was a play on words. It's witty. It's clever, but it's not clear. Okay. Now the subheading does give us some clarity by answering what it is that they offer, which is the fact that they're a full service music studio and where they're located. But it still doesn't answer to us who is their target market. Music studio means pretty much anybody who plays music. Okay. But it doesn't tell them why they should care. I know in the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, there's at somewhere between 350 and 400 music studios alone. So they've got a huge amount of competition. So when you know you've got a lot of competition, you really need to stand out to set yourself apart and identify what it is that you're really good at, that you really offer. Okay, so let's see what we could change it to. So how about if we made the heading like this? Digital recording so perfect, even your 5th grade music teacher would be blown away. And then subheading, a full service music studio for solo artists, bands, and orchestras located in the Greater Toronto Area. So we've just expanded, right? We've written a headline that kind of captures their attention. They want really good digital recording. We've identified solo artists, bands, and orchestras, full service music video. Now we've answered all 3 questions, right? Okay, we're going to get into common headline problem number 3. And this one is one of the worst ones that I see, that actually when I see this kind of wording, it makes me gag. It's so overused in particular industries. And basically it's when you see what everyone else is doing. It's, people are using these words all the time, and I see these kind of headlines and things on their website. So I'm just going to copy what these people are doing because we're all in the same industry. And if all these people are doing it, it must work. That's not true. Okay. So let's take a look. This was a life coach I found in Toronto, and this is what their headline on their website said: "Live with purpose, confidence, and happiness. Discover a life of your dreams." And I see this so much, and particularly with certain like in life coaching and any kind of coaching, it's always about getting a life of your dreams and blah 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 blah. I'm sick to death, honestly, of seeing this kind of headline and copy and people thinking that that's great. So it doesn't happen. It doesn't answer who it is that they're helping. This could go out to a child. It could go out to someone who's 80 years old, anywhere in the world who does anything. And you do not ever want to market to everybody, because you market to nobody. Okay. It doesn't tell us how they help. Like, I happen to know it was a life coach, but it actually didn't say that anywhere in the headline. And again, this is common language in the coaching industry. I see all the time. It just is like, then it's just like we're just looking at, there's nothing to stand out with when I read that. It's just ugh. Anyway, so how about if we change it instead to something like this? Let this be the last time you say, someday I'll blank, blank, blank. Life coaching for those wanting to achieve audacious goals. Now we've just made it clearer, right? We're telling them we're going to help you reach your audacious goals. This is going to be the last time that you're going to say, someday I'll whatever, right? I think every person in the world can relate to that, but we've narrowed it down by targeting people who have audacious goals. And we've also let them know it's life coaching. So just making those little tweaks already makes it sound so much better than the previous headline. And this will get them hopefully reading, which is, remember, that is the goal of your headlines, is to get people reading. So that is actually it. This last part you guys weren't supposed to see, but because this is a YouTube video. So I hope that this is helpful to you. And if you are enjoying these quick tutorials, please subscribe, and I will see you next week.